I'm
actually a super liberal, but now they push me to the right.
Yeah,
Can you believe that? I'm a super liberal that's been pushed to the right. Does that make sense?
I've never heard of a super liberal being pushed to the right, but I've been the
I
same
have
person
been,
the whole
and
time.
they push me to the right because the woke culture and all of this bullshit. And then the Democrats, I voted for Obama, I voted for Joe Biden, and
I voted for Obama 2 years in a row,
I
and the reason what changed my mind is when he came out and called us all freaking idiots because of the healthcare thing, telling us that it really was a tax, but we're too stupid to know it. He lost that. That was it. I realized how sneaky, and I swore I'd never let it happen again.
Like, I understand Elon Musk because he was really there, and Bill Maher was there to the left, liberals. I mean, we're true liberals, and then boom, we're like pushed to an area that we are not familiar with, almost the right wing. It's just insane.
I don't think you guys have moved. I don't think you have moved to the right. I think that your party moved so far to the left that you look right.
Yeah, no, I know what you're. Trust me, I know what you're saying. Trust me on that. Good God.
I think all the people, and like I always said to anybody, with the political front, we're not fighting against the mom and pops that are, one side of the aisle or the other. It's, it's our parties. It's the hierarchy. It's not us. It's our hierarchy causing all the problems for us. And so it's not something that needs to be changed on the right or left. It's something that needs to be changed across the board.
Yeah, and all I care about is America to thrive, man.
Right. And everybody wants pretty much the same thing. We want safe neighborhoods. We want good jobs. We want, houses that we can afford. We want to have something more than just barely making it. We want the American dream. All of us do. And there's people that are interfering with our pursuit of that.
Would you consider yourself a right winger? I mean, where are you at?
I am the way I'm designed is I am a conservative, but I'm on the cusp of libertarian. So,
gotcha.
Which basically means that I think that everybody should live their life, their best
freedom
life.
of speech,
right.
Freedom of right, all that.
Yes, but you got to understand that every single one of our rights has constraints.
We're doing Q&A very soon. I'm finishing this up. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt? I think I asked you that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What profession would you not like to do?
I don't want to work at the plant, that takes
McDonald's?
care of all no, the sewage plant. I would never do that.
Okay.
That is the one thing. I'll do anything once, but that's just one thing I don't think I could even do once. I'm sorry.
All right, gotcha. Last question of the James Lipton 10 questions is this: if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome! I've been waiting for you!
I'm a big fan. All right, there you go.
You made it! We didn't know if you would make it, but you're here! You're here!
All right, now we're going to do some Q&A. All right, if you're ready, and we're wrapping this up.
I'm ready.
I mean, thank you for spending time here. I hate the fact that I'm, taking up your time. Quickly, Atsuko, who is a OG legend of the People's Channel and the People's Chat, asked a couple questions here. What was your favorite subject during high school?
Math.
What was your favorite, or who was your favorite teacher, and why?
Oh, geez. I think don't laugh at my teacher's name, but I think it was Miss Bush, and it was because I had been working really, really, really hard on all my math stuff, and she said I was finally ready for my advanced classes, and so she's the one that promoted me to my advanced classes.
Wait, who was this? I'm sorry.
It was my math teacher, Miss Bush.
Math teacher, Mrs. Bush. Okay, and what did she do exactly?
She was a teacher of math.
No, but like, how does she inspire you? And
because I worked really, really, really hard, because I love math, and so I was advanced. She was the one that promoted me to because you just don't go into advanced math classes. You have to show and demonstrate that you have the ability to perform in those higher math classes, and so she was the one that saw the work and pushed me.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so those were some questions, and I'm going to do rapid fire super chats, and some of them are going to be appropriate, inappropriate, and you can answer it or not. Okay. Killshot Report says, "Do you spit or swallow?" Good with her hands.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Do you spit or swallow?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Okay. Are you good with your hands?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Travel with Caribbean asks, I can honestly say that Betty really does truly search for people. We searched for Ruth Sakala together, and she worked hard. Any comments?
Aw, Caribbean, you're so sweet. Yes, we do work very, very hard. Despite what many people say, I know that it's much easier to lie about people than it is to tell the truth, but I really do work hard, and I really go out there and try to find these people.
Thunder Cunt says, what's one of Betty's lesser known cases? Thanks.
I think one of it would be Ruth Sakala. We got Stephanie Shenefield. We have Kathleen Moore. We were out there looking for J.J. Rollin. There's a lot of, we cover a lot of small cases. I think Ruth Sakala, we spent a lot of time looking for that beautiful soul, and many trips out there. And I know Caribbean did a lot more trips than I did as well.
There you go. Stargazer Mom asks, if you can't afford your bills, how can you travel?
I don't know why you say I can't afford my bills. Just because I tell court that I don't have thousands of dollars to fly up and back every single month, that doesn't happen. It seems like my lights have been on ever since you've known me. Seems like my lights have been on. I mean, I've lived in this house a decade. I've only been on YouTube 2 years. I don't know where are the brain cells here? Do you honestly think I can't? Whatever. Move on.
Moving on. Pest asks, this chat is full of Karens. Shout out to the farms. I don't know what that means. We'll move on. The Kill Shot Report asks, what time is potty break, baby bladder?
Hold on. Mother of 2 boys, you have no real job. Okay. How many other creators are on here that are living off government welfare and collecting money off of YouTube, doing absolutely nothing? You have no problem with them, but you don't have a problem with them collecting government assistance either. I don't collect none of that. I pay my own bills, and YouTube is not my only source of income. It's my primary source of income. So, I mean, give it up. Who gives a shit? I work hard. When have you seen, you know what? Everybody's so worried about my money, and you guys can't tell me you don't see where that money goes. You see me all over the freaking country. Why aren't you asking these other channels that are getting thousands of dollars a month what they're doing with their money? Where's that money going? It's damn sure not helping any children. At least I'm out there working, and you're going to tell me that that's not a job? Until you've been out there 12 hours in 90-degree heat, sunburned, by the way, I don't think it's fair for you to tell me I don't work, especially when you won't even come out there to see whether I'm working or not. I think it's wrong, and I think that statement shows how immature you are and how stupid and idiotic that statement is.
I could add to that. I understand because I have a small business, private one, and you know, it seems like you're a small business owner and whatnot, and you do your thing. So I understand where you come from on that. So there it is. Betty said it. Julie says, Morbid, you actually did get our sympathy when May Noodles doxed you literally just days ago. But now it's okay. I guess we expected better. I'm sorry I mean, I don't know. I thought I was fair. I'm not a judge here. I'm just an entertainer.
Yeah, I just think it's hypocritical that people are complaining about being doxxed by Bullhorn Betty when they've done nothing but dox me for 2 years. Okay. I just find that wholly just idiotic. And you guys act like people don't have eyes. They do. You know, what you did to me was wrong. And there's no justice. Everybody okay. That's been out here doing this shit. It wasn't one. Yeah, you guys got coordinated together, but at the end of the day, did it really make you feel good to hurt somebody for no other reason than to hurt them? Really? Like, you guys can't find any better use of your energy and your time than to cause and inflict pain on a person you have no idea who they are or how they live their life. You only assume how they live their life.
And I understand as a content creator what you just said, but look, me and Betty, like, we're not like best friends. We just had a couple conversations and that's about it. I just wanted to present a different side, and I feel like I did. You know,
and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I didn't know what to expect, but I can tell you some of the questions you did. And hot under my collar.
I have more to do, but you know, like, I don't want to wait. There go. Motherfucker came with her own sound effects. God bless her heart. Pest says, is Red Bar still watching? Don't even mind that. That's for my own. Literally, Davis Fam says, Betty screamed her own addresses on her rage scream. I don't even know what that means.
Yes, Davis Fam. Yes, I did. That was after what? How many times was my address mapped to my house? At this point, what difference does it make? And you, my friend, are part of the problem. That's why she's blocked.
All right, there we go.
All these older women that just have nothing but vile anger in them. It's you guys need a better outlet than all this anger. There's a better way. I'm just telling you, there's a better way. There really is. It does good to do good. You know, if you just did some good in your community, I promise you, you wouldn't be so frustrated and angry, and you wouldn't even have time to even worry about what I'm doing.
There you go. You heard it here. Killshot Report says, Morbid, how's this claim slam taste? I have no idea what that means, brother. I love you, but again, I don't know what that means. Forgotten Whispers asks, why does Queen Bee owe you a duty of privacy, but you don't owe Emmy the same, who's, I guess, headlines?
I don't know what duty of privacy. I never said anything about duty of privacy in any of my complaints. I said a duty of care. Much different standard. But again, I'm not going to teach a law class here.
All right, there you go with that. Literally, David. Let me see. Literally, Davis Fam says, why do you think it's okay to dox on bothered creators, other creators' channels when he been doing but kind to you? I don't know what that means, but you want to.
Oh, they're saying because I just said Emmy's name and stuff on here, and so because I owe nobody anything, and I find it wholly hypocritical for anybody to question anything I do at this point. I mean,
and I'm going to agree to disagree with you. Like, I don't want to put anyone's information out there, but like, I mean, that's what you decided to do because like you were fed up.
I'm over it. I'm over it. Okay. And if you think I owe anybody a duty of privacy, like I do not.
But I don't feel like it's appropriate to put out someone's, job or information. But you know, you're dealing with something else.
Job. Yeah. And I don't think you've had 15 or 100 channels after you or built websites after you.
I have.
I don't really care. You know,
I mean, I get your psychology.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I didn't. Nobody cared about me or my feelings. Nobody cared. You guys are still in here being nasty. Nobody cares about my feelings. Why should I care about anybody else's? Am I supposed to rise above all the nonsense, but they're not supposed to? No, I treat people the way they treat me. You guys leave me alone, I leave you alone. You don't want to be doxxed?
Respectfully, I disagree, but you got your own thoughts. I'm not here to be a judge. You know, like I respect whatever you feel. You know, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm a human being just like you.
Yeah, I'll walk
but
my shoes, and then you can make the statement.
yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one. That's fine. Heels in the Air says, where are the $700 worth of documents you never produced? I don't even know what that means.
First of all, I produced them, and I still have a whole stack of the documents. And let me tell you something, Heels. You have no right to talk to me about money with all that money you collect. Where's your money? Where is your money? Where's all that money you collected on these channels? All those cash apps. Why are you worried about my money and what I'm sending my? You're old enough to know better. When has it been okay for anybody to talk about other people's finances? And what makes you think, when you have not given me $1, what makes you feel that you have the authority or anything to even question me about something you did not contribute to? If the people that contributed to it want to know where it is, how do you know that the people that raised that money didn't get a copy of it themselves? You don't know. Again, quit assuming so much. And it wasn't $700. To be exact, it was $376 or whatever cents. And that's what we paid them, not $700. It was $307, and it was about this much of papers. And the majority of that was spent to look for the videos, not the papers. It's for the service from the police department, not the product.
There we go. So that was answered. Headstones. I think we answered.
I'm not engaging with her. She can spend all the money she wants, but if
all she said was, did she receive my official CND for slander?
I'm not engaging with that woman.
You said no, so we heard that before.
I heard she's sending it through the mail. She's been blocked on my email, so if she's sending me anything by email, she knows I'm not getting it. Okay. I'll wait for it when she gets here, and when she gets here, buckle up, Buttercup, because you'll be seeing me soon.
Fair enough. None of my business. Killshot report says, Morbid, don't fly this one out to your house, bro.
I wouldn't go to anybody's house. I'm not like that, bruh.
Oh, but
like, I keep my thing like this because I don't want to get it.
Look, me and Betty got some big boobies. All right, but hell yeah, we ain't going down like that.
Trust me, yeah.
All right, Killshot also asked,
and he's the one getting slobbed by the woman that's getting banged by 15 people. So I don't think he has any room to talk.
Oh, so you know Killshot?
He must be sitting there blushing right now, isn't he?
Killshot says he had to take a leak. I don't know. That's probably towards me.
You shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with yourself, buddy.
I shake it about 2. Someone DVLSAD whatever, I don't know. Ask the questions people want. Stop being a coward. I don't know what that means. What are the questions?
First of all, let me just answer before they start insulting you. Like I told Morbid, I answer what I answer. If he asks the questions, I have no problem whatsoever not answering it or anything otherwise, you know.
And Betty, I'm not here to kiss your ass.
Yeah,
am I here to kiss your ass?
No, you're not. And actually, he asked me, in all fairness, he asked me what questions I would like asked, and I said I go with the flow.
I don't have the skin in the game here. I mean, I don't have anything to do with you. You have nothing to do with me. I'm not benefiting from you. You're not benefiting from me.
The only assurance he gave me is that he would give me a fair shake on here, and I said fair enough.
Have I so far?
You have.
All right, there we go. OK Crime News with Teresa says, ask the real questions. I don't even know what that means.
Ask the real questions. Okay. Says from the lady that comes and meets me all the way in Washington, D.C. is a friend of my face and then talks shit behind my back. That says more about your integrity than mine. So if you really want to ask the tough questions, why'd you come to Washington, D.C. to see me? Was it to spy on me? Okay. I'm just asking for a few friends.
I don't know anything about that. That's between you two.
Yeah, because these people are fucking nuts.
All right, there we go. It's me, Jen S. Miss Robin, you're killing me. I don't even know what that means.
Doesn't matter. That's my girl.
All right, Miss Robin.
Here. This is from Jen. This is from Jen. This is all the haters.
Is that Buzz Lightyear? I don't even know what's going on.
It smells like bullshit up in here.
Bullshit. All right, Ms. Robin, she has a finger going into a hole. All right, thank you. Independent Thinker. Independent Thinker asks.
Coffee power, baby! Coffee power!
Independent Thinker asks, fly Bullhorn Betty to meet Morbid Fund. Again, I don't even know what that means. Starlight says, yum. Thank you. Starlight says, get it, Betty. I don't even know what that means.
I do.
Okay. There we go.
Tag me an LA champion. Quit playing.
All right. DVLS.
He's like, well, okay.
DVLS says, Wispy, what is 2 cal? About 25 cents USD. I have no idea what the fuck.
Coffee Club.
Headstone's Therapy Jar says, why does BHB want to euthanize children?
That's actually not what I said. That's not what I said at all. That's what people said I said. What I actually said is that there are some children that are so dangerous, they don't need to walk among us. And as a matter of fact, what I was referring to, if anybody had taken the time to even understand what I was trying to refer to, because I do say things to make people think. I mean, I do have a talk show, and I do push the envelope on that talk show. And it's because in 2005, I don't know how many people know that we executed children up until 2005 in the United States of America. People are going to say, no, we didn't. Yes, we did. And so that was the conversation that we were having, because we were talking about a situation about the kids, these young kids I was on a case out in Ocala, and it was young kids that turned on other young kids. They were robbing, and they ended up literally shooting and killing 3 of their friends. And so we were just having a conversation. It was a conversation to move the envelope, to have a real conversation about the children here, because some of the children here, I'm not talking about normal kids. I'm talking about kids that have swastikas and upside down freaking that have murdered people, that have brutalized people. There's something not wired in their brain. And, people take things out of context. They're like, oh, well, it's a kid. Well, then you take that kid home and have him live in your house because I don't want him around mine. So, you can take it for as you was. I don't want any child euthanized. I mean, to think that is ludicrous. And absolutely, if anybody can't understand it was taken out of context, is a dumbass. But no, I don't want any kid. It was a conversation topic. That's it.
Okay. So I mean, I don't know jack shit about that. I mean, whatever.
Well, and you know what? Everybody,
it
doesn't matter, but it didn't matter about that, did it? It was all about just getting clickbait for them so they could trash me. That's all it was about.
Okay. I'm just asking questions here. Forgotten Whisper says, please have 911 on speed dial. # heart attack chat. LOL. I guess we could just move on from that. Sean Pellegrino. I think we've got a super chat. Again, I don't. Thank you, Sean.
So somebody says every life counts until BHB says it doesn't. No, I'm entitled to my opinion just like you're entitled to yours. But what you guys fail to realize is you don't want me to have my opinion. You only want to have yours. And that's not, if you want to have your opinion, this is my suggestion. You work really hard, you go get your platform, and you have your opinion. But I've worked very hard for my platform to be able to express my opinion on the platform that I built from hard work.
Well, there you go.
Just like you, Morbid.
I work hard on my content. So as a content creator, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
But again, I don't know you the way that, whatever, but that's okay because I'm not here to judge. Honestly, I'm just a fucking idiot doing a live show. Headstone's Therapy Jar says # Stoners Unite. Does that mean anything to you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Jones in SN says Galera said F you. That's probably directed to me.
That's probably directed to both of us.
All right, whatever. Swendig says, if you think Glare is acting petty as fuck, hit the like button.
Guys, I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say this. Look, girls know, we have girl
Betty,
code.
can I take a piss? Because I got to go.
As long as you let me take one after you get back.
Okay, all right.
I'll talk about girl. I got this. I got this.
Okay, you talked about this, and then when I come back, you take a piss. Fair?
So this is,
All
this is what I want to say to the
floor.
audience. Is the Glare you got? I hope you are running this live and you're hearing some real dose of real medicine from Bullhorn Betty. I don't know you. I really don't care about you. I really don't. I don't care what you say about me. I really just don't. But integrity, character, and class really define a human being. And quite frankly, I find it really appalling that you would ever even remotely reach out to a friend's significant other, ex-significant other or not. We have what's known as girl code. And I'm sorry, that is just something you do not cross. And that basically means if you have a friend, I don't care if it's 40 freaking years from now, you do not stick your pole in somebody else's pond. You know what I mean? I am just saying that is dirty, that is low, and that says more about you than anybody else. And I'm sorry, it's just wrong. It's wrong. Who can trust you now? I definitely wouldn't. I don't think any other guy would ever want to be your friend because, you do dirty shit. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that. Just some truth serum. Take it for what you will. Just some truth serum. She shuddered again. We lies, clown. Oh, sassy. Oh, boy. You know what? Christmas is coming up, and, they're going to need that Christmas tree out of your ass. Just saying. They need lights, okay? Your kids are going to be crying until you get that tree up out your ass. Just saying. Just saying, baby. But you know what? I bet you don't like it coming to you. And I just want to let you know that I am a human being and you don't even know me and you're talking all this stuff because you think, it just, whatever. I can't. I don't hate Sassy, but clearly Sassy hates me. I don't hate anybody. Thank you. Put an end to the hate.
Hey, Betty, I'm back. I mean, do you
Thank
need
God.
to take a break?
I'm going.
All right. And we're going to finish
turn
up
off my
soon.
mic so you guys don't hear my toilet flush.
Because I know Betty needs, she has a nighttime routine. Like she's probably past her, but she could do what she wants. And I'm taking over now. And when she comes back, she will. I don't even know what you guys said or anything. So she's going and doing her thing. So I hope you guys are having a good time so far. We're trying to wrap it up here. I want to get to all the questions, especially for the super chats, and try to dig into some of the questions that are here in the regular chat. However long Betty wants to go, it is what it is. I don't control her. She can do. She's been a great sport. Whatever. I ain't here to kiss her ass. She ain't here to kiss my ass. That's for sure. But I appreciate it that somebody would spend time here and accept the fact that, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Betty, I believe, is back. Betty, are you back?
I'm back. I feel so much better. Has it been really 3 hours?
Did you take a shit? Or
no, I had to pee.
Oh,
I drank. Look, I don't drink chemicals, but I drank these 2 things, and I'm about to go into the water, and I had to pee.
Hey, Betty, did you know I got a bidet recently because of a YouTube entanglement? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Straight man getting a bidet.
I never. Those things have always creeped me out. I have to be honest with
Actually, it's
you.
not bad. I mean, you wipe with tissue, or what do you use? Angel Soft or?
We're starting to get desperate for content when you start asking Bullhorn. Pretty soon we're going to find out, do I do the roll under or over? Am I under or overroll? Do
Betty,
I go
where
from
you
the front
shop?
or back or the
Target?
back to the front?
Betty, you shop Target or Walmart? I think you're a Target girl.
Oh my God. I know. I'm definitely not a Target girl. I don't go into Target.
I mean, don't tell me you're on Scott tissue paper because that's the worst.
Oh, good God. No, I'm an angel. I do
Cottonelle?
Angel Soft and Cottonelle.
Angel Soft.
I bounce between the two because if I can get it, because sometimes Walmart won't ship it, so you have to buy the Cottonelle.
Oh,
but if
boy.
they do ship it, I will get the Angel Soft.
Well,
but it depends.
I highly encourage you to get the bidet because, like, seriously,
I'm not getting a fucking
no,
bidet
no,
in my
you
house.
feel. I swear to God. All right,
Nope.
if you
Nope.
feel clean, girl.
I don't care how clean.
Oh my God,
nope.
you feel clean.
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
it feels.
you enjoy it.
I will enjoy it. Trust me.
I said clam slam, not claim.
And it sounds like you already have.
I enjoy it, man. I gotta admit, it's embarrassing to admit, but my God, I like
Do you
it,
ever
man.
regret
I
getting
like it.
fired?
And I just started maybe 3 weeks
I don't know
ago.
if I can ever unclean my ears from hearing a man say he likes a bidet. I'm sorry. I don't. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone right now. I don't know how I truly feel about this conversation.
Are you having a good time though? Are you having a good
I
time?
am having it. It got a little intense. It got a little intense.
Hey,
because I know
that's what we
people-
do. You know, it's
But
okay.
I'm not,
Comes
I mean,
along
at
with
the
the
end of
game.
the day, I'm not a bad person. I fight for what I believe in, and if that's going to crucify me here, so be it. You guys are just going to have to hate me for a really long time because at the end of the day, I work very hard and I always come from the heart. And no matter what I do, I'm going to do it. I don't ask permission. I'm not one of those women. I don't, and I'm never going to. Nobody's going to control me. Nobody. I act within the confines of the law. That's all I need to be. I need to make my mama happy, my government happy, and pay my damn taxes. As long as I'm doing that, I'm good.
You think your mom is listening right now or no?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's sitting over there. She's probably terrified as hell for me coming on.
Can
here.
I give her a shout out? Hi, mommy.
Mama Bullhorn.
Mama Bullhorn, shout out to you, et cetera, et cetera. I hope you're doing well. You raised a big breasted lady
halfway. My mama will come through this computer and
with
smack
some
me.
angel soft
Ooh.
motherfucking tissue paper. You raised a good person, you know what I'm saying. Northern Mama says, did you ever regret getting Don fired? I don't even know what that means.
Don
Don
Wells,
Wells?
you know, and actually I didn't get Don Wells fired. Don got himself fired. He wasn't even really fired. He got thrown off one job. He was at the work the very next day. People don't know what they're talking about. It was all sympathy. It was a poor me, poor me, poor me. I'm so sick of hearing about Don Wells. I don't lose any sleep over it. That man brutalized his kids. You guys don't want to believe it's not my problem.
Any
I
thoughts
don't know
on the Summer Wells case? I mean, do you have a
Yeah,
theory?
I'm waiting for Don Wells and Candace Bly to be arrested for her death. And everybody's like, oh,
Really?
how?
So you think
Yes.
that the parents are at fault? Here?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Is it just by hunch or you?
No,
Like,
no.
what are you basing it on?
no, it's not based on a hunch.
Okay, so is there something that you want to fill us in on?
Nope.
Nope. But you know that Don Wells and Candace are responsible.
I don't know what happened. I don't know specifically what happened, but
So you don't know.
We
You
know.
just have
We
a
know
hunch.
enough. No, we know enough. We know enough. So,
And when you say we, what do you mean by that?
well, you know, we went down there with a crew. It was a team of people.
This
It
has
wasn't
turned
just
me from a
me.
hater
It
to
wasn't just
liking her.
Olivia. It was a team of people. And we went from everything from going through their tax records, going and looking at properties, going and looking at history, criminal history, speaking to neighbors, speaking to everybody on both sides of the mountain.
Gotcha.
We talked to the neighbors. We talked to their friends. We talked to the people that were blamed for Summer Wells at the beginning, even the guy that you know had the like the mortician or whatever. We talked to his family. We learned a lot. But the bottom line is no matter what happened to her, the players are still the same.
Who would they be?
Don, Candace, and Grandis. They're all prime
Who's
suspects.
Grandis?
It is the grandmother. It's Candace's mother, Candace. They
Gotcha.
only named their kids Candace and Andrew. I don't get it. So they.
But are you
they're
for
the only-
sure? How? What's the percentage here that?
95. I'm about 95% sure because when I did the interview with BBC, they were talking
You did
about
an interview with BBC?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I didn't know. Is that on YouTube or something like that?
I'm not even sure it has been released yet.
Okay, continue. Tell us about
And
it.
so, you know, they were talking to me about the cases that we've covered and everything like that. And had I was there a case that I was wrong on? And so far, you know, the cases that we have covered that we've actually dove into, you know, like Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner, we named the person. We went up to Lieutenant Kim Neal and told them the person that we had found. You know, he left us out of his office, but you know, a year and a half later, we found out we were spot on. You know, we thought we were so far off base, and then come to find out that we were spot on with that.
Okay.
It was Adam Pinksowitz that killed those girls. That's the name that we came up with when we were out there. So we had that one. You know, we knew what had taken place in Gabby Petito. Kathleen Moore, we were out there. We knew where her body was. We just couldn't get to it. It wasn't found for 2 days after that. You know, there's been a lot of cases that we've gotten right, but they asked me if there was one case, and I said, well, the one case that hasn't been solved yet, and the one that I might have some possibility of it being wrong would be the Summer Wells case, because you know I was being honest with them.
Would you say it's fair that you believe Summer Wells is no longer with us?
I don't believe Summer Wells is alive.
And the parents are most likely 95%
Yeah,
responsible.
but see, the difference is back when I was investigating this, when we were boots on the ground, I actually thought it was an accident.
Like
Accident.
a Quentin Simon. Was that an accident with Leilani? Or was
No, that wasn't an accident. I think she just went too far with one of her.
because we never got the details on that.
Yeah,
really.
no, she abused Quentin Simon regularly. It wasn't all the time, but it was definitely regularly. It was several times a week. She would just hit him across the head so hard he would just hit the pavement. I mean, it was really, people don't understand. It
Because
was
to
really
my
bad.
understanding, I feel like it was an accident. She tried to cover it up, but maybe.
No.
Do you think the boyfriend was involved, Layla? Because like people
No.
were.
No,
Okay.
I don't think her boyfriend was involved, and here's why: because we had so much corroborating information coming to us, because we were thinking that he might have been culpable.
And you keep referring to we. I don't know who. No, no,
When I
you
talk
and
about we, I talk about my team as a whole.
so you
Okay,
have a
it's not
team.
just me.
Is
It's
it
not just me.
Chronicles of
We
Olivia?
have
Is that
Chronicles of
fair?
Olivia. We
Okay.
have my whole entire mod squad. We have a lot of people that are not part of my mod squad. My
Are there people?
subscribers that
Are there individuals we would know, like they're YouTubers
I,
that,
I'm not.
or
I'm
you're
not
not
going
going
to.
to disclose that information?
Right,
Okay.
right. You mean, you got a
Fair
1,000
enough.
people in your
Fair
chat,
enough.
and
Fair enough.
that's just my business.
Okay.
But
So it's a team of people that working on this.
yeah,
Is
so
what
it's
you're
not,
saying.
I'm never really alone. I mean, but it's usually Olivia, and it's other people that we collaborate with when we're out there. Like, we've been out there with Dolly on several different trips. We've been out there with Justice for All on several different
I've
trips.
seen
We've been
that.
out,
Hmm.
so we collaborate with people. But Summer Wells, or let me get back to Quentin Simon. He was brutalized by his mother, so much so that the courts were going to take him from her, and that's why Billy Joe had to intervene and take custody of the kids, because the courts were going to take him away, citing the irregular abuse and the drug activity. And so that's why Billy Joe had to concede that there was abuse and drug activities, because if she didn't, she would most likely probably wouldn't have gotten custody of the boys, which I kind of wish she didn't, because if she didn't get custody of those boys, the boys would all still be alive. Quentin would still be here.
What are your thoughts on Billy Joe?
I have no respect for her. I mean, I feel bad
Do
for
you
her.
think
Don't get
she's
me
a
wrong.
culprit in this, or like?
She lied to the court, and because of her lies, her grandson is dead. So yeah, I'm very upset that
Gotcha.
she knew. Let's face it, she knew what was going on in that house better than anybody else.
Are you okay with what's her name? Leilana, or whatever her name. Leilani, getting her, was it a GED or whatever, and now she wants to pursue education in prison. Is that cool? I mean, with you?
Yeah, you know what? Anybody that's willing to work on themselves is always a plus.
So you're okay with that?
Anything that gets anybody doing something other than putting positive energy into better stuff than they were doing is always a plus. But the one thing that really just it hurts my heart is I wish she would have done it before it got here. I wish she would have taken these steps before it got here, before she hurt her son the way she did. It's kind of
Understood.
upsetting in a way for me, on an emotional level, because she's getting to get her GED, she's getting to go to school, she's getting to get her education. Meanwhile, her son, it's not.
Gotcha. Evil Queen asks, do you ever regret what you did to Brandy Neal?
I never did anything to Brandy Neal.
I think I
I've
saw a
never done
video. You
anything to her.
interviewed the mother of.
Yeah,
Okay. And what was that case again? There was a
Michael
kid.
Monkey Vaughn.
There you go. So do you regret what you did to her? I mean, that's the question that came
I
up.
didn't do anything. I called in. I got public information. It was not. People like to blame me for everything. I'm sorry their law enforcement didn't tell her anything, and I'm sorry her friends brought her on public TV to drop that bomb on her. But I can guarantee it was not me. I got some information and ran with a breaking story. That is what I do. That is my job. That job thing that nobody likes to say I have. And it was an unfortunate situation that sounds like there was communication issues at the sheriff's department or at the police department, not with me. They should not have provided me that information, but they did, and I did not know that they were not supposed to provide me that information until after the fact. And even then, it wasn't that they weren't supposed to provide it. It's just that they weren't. The chief did not want it released just yet. Again, I had no idea. I was just calling up there because somebody had provided me a lead and said, you need to call the police department right now. There's something there. And so I called up there, and the officer told me yes. And so it was breaking news on a breaking case that I was covering. I went with the breaking news, and Brandy Neal was not watching my channel at that time. She doesn't watch my channel. She had never watched my channel. So there's no way in the world she would have learned any information from me. She would have only learned that information from her friends. So it wasn't me that drug her onto a channel. It wasn't me that dropped that bomb and exposed her, because we had some information come in for Jen Santinello. We never called Jen Santinello on my channel. I sent that over to one of my mods that had contact with her to relay that information to her. So if there was any kind of emotion, she could deal with it, and it would not be publicized for the audience. But some people don't have that integrity.
All right. Well, there's the answer to that. Now, we got a Northern Mama says, this has turned me from a hater to liking her. So there we go. And you know what? That's what I wanted to do. Like, I'm fine with it, because I don't want to judge anybody here, because I'm a flawed individual, and I wanted people to see a different side of Betty. And I don't think you got this anywhere else. And so if it turns you into a hater to a liker or whatever, I mean, hell, that's your prerogative, man. You get a different light, and she seems to be honest about, very upfront.
I've been pretty, I promise you, I have been pretty open about things that I probably
I don't
wouldn't
dispute
normally
that.
be open,
You are. And-
about my personal life.
But this is how we roll here. And
But it's not even that. One of the reasons why I do open up so much about my life is because I realized I was given an opportunity. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm alive. I survived. And I really feel that keeping those types of stories to yourself doesn't help anybody. There's somebody out there struggling just like I was, that probably has no hope, that probably is thinking that, maybe life is better without them on this earth. And maybe somebody hearing a story about how I went from, all these problems and all this chaos in my life, and I was able to find a way to move past it, to find some healing, to find some coping, and to move on, and then take that and share that with other people, and then even go further than that and take everything I have to help people. And somehow that got twisted because of avocation for a 20-month-old child, or even a 5-year-old little girl from Hawkins County, got twisted into something monstrous, and it was never that. I'm here, I've been helping, and nobody wants to see it, and
Why
I'm
did
not
you
going to
lie
sit
about
here
going
and
to
force
political
feed it down their
rallies while you're
throat.
telling your
I'm just
sibs
going to
they're working
continue to do
NG
what
on
I
business?
do until people
Why
see it
not
for
be honest?
themselves.
All right. Well, there you go. Here's a question
You don't
from
qualify
Jersey
for welfare
Girl.
in Florida. You aren't a parent,
You don't
disabled,
qualify
or
for
elderly.
welfare in
Boasting
Florida.
about
You
not
aren't a
taking any state
parent.
cash assistance means nothing.
Disabled or elderly. Boosting or boasting. I don't know about not taking state cash assistance means nothing. I don't even know what that means.
It's probably somebody. I'm assuming that might be. I don't know if Jersey Girl is butthurt or if she's just saying, but it seems like that somebody had a problem with me saying. I have a problem with people being on YouTube collecting money, hiding it from the government, and collecting welfare. If anybody is butthurt about me saying that, I'm sorry, but that's fraud. And if you know anything about me, I'm a law and order person. I'm in politics, so I do not like waste. And I don't like fraud, and I definitely don't like paying for it because I do pay my taxes.
So you're not on government assistance.
I've never,
like
no.
People are saying.
I had food stamps in my 20s, but I don't know what 20 something hasn't.
There you go. Literally, Davis Pham says, "Why did you lie about going to political rallies while telling?"
I've never lied, and not only that, but my channel is not only. Why do I have to tell you where I'm going? What is wrong with people? Do you honestly believe that I need to ask somebody that doesn't even know me if I can go somewhere in this country? And I can't believe that people think that that is
It
okay.
comes along with the territory, Betty. Calm down. You know.
Like I'm allowed to freely move anywhere I want. I have never lied about my political standings, nor have I ever lied about where I go. I post it all online. I don't know what they're talking about me lying about. This my shit is everywhere. If you go to my personal page, you'll see all of my political stuff. It's not hidden from anybody. It's just hidden from haters because I only let private people in my private life.
And politics is always controversial, no matter what side you're on. So
and it doesn't really matter. Why are they so butthurt about? Why does anybody care what I'm doing with my time?
But you know they care because you're a creator. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, I don't.
No,
so
but you're a target. No. Like I'm a target. I've been a target.
I come on here and cover true crime. So now, because I cover true crime for 2 hours a day, I'm now required to ask permission to leave my home or to go somewhere. Is that where we're going in this country? That I don't know this woman, but I have to call her and ask her if I have permission to go to a rally? Is that really where we're coming to as a country? That because I spend 2 hours on this platform every single day, that now I
don't have to agree with you, but I get it. I get it. You know, I don't have to agree with whatever you're doing, but I get it.
Mental illness.
Quentin
For somebody to think that I have to ask or tell somebody where I'm going in this. I'm 44 fucking years old that pays my own damn taxes. I don't owe nobody shit.
There you go. There you go. AK Rock says, "Hey, Betty, do you regret waking up in the morning sometimes, maybe asking for a friend?" Well, I don't even know if you want to address that.
That's pretty dark.
Okay.
I would say that if they're writing that, I'm pretty sure they're the ones waking up in that mentality, not me.
Like I said, Northern Mama, she was a hater before. She likes you now due to this interview.
she might change her mind now. I'm telling everybody, go fuck yourself.
And then we got, let me see here. What else do we have? I mean, we have just too many. Like, please just say you got to go because I know you got, time. Like, to.
It is 10, and I do have a 6:30 a.m. show. I hope you guys come by and check out the Bullhorn Betty channel. We cover true crime. We try to, give our morning to God. We're just a good. We do some crazy stuff here and there when it calls for it. You know what? I guarantee if it was your 20-month-old child, you're not going to be calling a hate channel. You're calling Bullhorn Betty.
There you go. Here's a good question. Karen asked, Karen 007, OG of my channel, what case have you covered? Are you most proud of, and who are you least proud of and why?
It's because you lie about what you are raising money for.
I think I'm proud of all the work I do. I think the Quentin Simon case got really messed up, but I don't think there was a lot of stuff. Everybody saw it. I mean, if they want to deny what happened, they can, but everybody saw bombs getting thrown in there. They should have just left it alone, but they just had to, they had to get their clicks and views and throw their people in there. And, it just couldn't just be an avocation for a 20-month-old child. But that one got a little hairy, and we got blamed for a lot of stuff there. Like, we weren't part of the night crew. We weren't part of the baby crying. We weren't part of the people beating on the windows. We weren't part of any of that. Actually, as a matter of fact, we were there during the day. The only time we went out there at night was after we heard people got arrested. And Olivia begged me, because she likes to document. She's a documentarian. And so she was like, we need to go out there and capture what's going on there at night. And I got to tell you, that first time getting out of that car and seeing what was going on out there, I was like, holy shit, I will not lie. It was nuts out there that first night that we were out there filming. And then,
you're talking about Quentin Simon case.
Yeah. And they were so, like, when officers were being nice to them, they were cussing them. And it was just, it wasn't, but we got blamed for it. So it is what it is. But all the people there at night were locals. We were not there. We went out there, I think 1 or 2 nights just to capture what was going on, because we heard people were going to jail, and we're like, we're out there with signs, like occasionally, we're like, what did you do with Quentin? Or, somebody drive by, call your city council and tell them to fire Chief Hadley, So we're just doing stupid stuff like that out there. Meanwhile, and of course, there were some things that did get heated, like where I was telling Leilani some things and stuff like that. There's no dispute about that, but that was very minor in the grand scheme of things. I think that was only like 1 or 2 different scenarios or situations. But it was fairly calm. I mean, it wasn't quiet. I mean, we were a little loud. It was very quiet for the majority of the time, but when it got loud, it did get a little loud, but nothing crazy like the night crew with the big horns and the baby crying. And then they had like a tow truck out there that had the big loud horn that they would just, I mean, I gotta say, it took your breath away going there at night. I will be honest with you. It was it was pretty intense. You know,
Okay.
we got to the point where when we saw the night crew coming in, we were packing up and getting out of
Why
there
are
as
you
quickly as we
defensive and
could. It just was
exclusive like
getting too
Don Wells
crazy.
and Dolly?
Well, sweetheart, I don't want to take much of your time because you already were gracious enough to spend so much time with us. I mean,
I hope somebody learned something about me. You know what? Here, this is what I want to say. I'm just tired of the hate. I don't deserve it. Nobody deserves it. Period. Nobody. I wouldn't want it for you. I don't want it for me. I really just want everybody to get along in this community. We could do so much more, taking some of that bad energy and putting it into the right activities. You know, there's so much out here that we could be doing good with. There are kids. I go through my searches. The searches I see on a daily basis break my heart. We could be posting flyers. There's just so much good
I agree with
we
that.
could be doing instead of fighting and bickering over this nonsense. Because at the end of the day, is it about us or is it about them? Because I'm starting to get confused here. I really try to make it about them. On my show, yeah, we talk about it, but you got to understand, I've been under intense scrutiny for 2 years. If any one person was under that much scrutiny for 2 solid years, you get a little cranky, you get a little grumpy. You know, even I snap at some people because I read a comment wrong and I think they're attacking me. I mean, you know, it's just it's unnecessary. If you don't like me, just don't like me. But to just be nasty all the time, that can't make
Name
any
one person
person
you have
feel good.
found
Because
doing
I
a
tried
book.
it. I tried to be angry. I tried to be nasty, and I got to tell you, it didn't make me feel. It made me feel horrible. You know, I would so much rather be feeling better. I'd rather
How's
do
that
good. It makes you feel
investigation
good, and that's what I'm
are
going to
you?
continue to do. And if people want to beat me up for it, you know, you're just going to have to beat me up for it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm going to continue to help these families. I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to advocate. I'm going to continue to live my life the way I choose to live my life for me. You know, the one that earned the right to make decisions for me.
There you go. And you know what? I'm not here simping for you. I will disagree with you. I disagree with certain things that you've said, but that's okay because that's okay. We're having an adult conversation here and we respect each other as content creators. I understand you. I think you could understand me. But I wanted to give you a fair shot as far as putting yourself out there. And I think, you know, people got to know you in a light that they don't
So the
really get to know
question
you.
is,
Am I single?
No.
No.
No. My question is when do the tables turn, and when are you going to come on Bullhorn Betty's channel for Bullhorn Betty to interview you?
Well, hell, I mean, you never invited me. I mean, I would more than absolutely come up on your panel and
Betty,